I would wait a lifetime. In tricky situations, I will be a lifeline. Nobody's meant to be fighting alone. That's why I'm taking you home. I never felt something like this before, I know. Keep coming back for you time after time. Maybe I'm losing my mind, but I know I'll never leave you behind, no. Baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. Ocean in between us, still I feel your heartbeat. There's something about you, baby, that makes me feel complete. Nobody's meant to be fighting alone. That's why I'm taking you home. I never felt something like this before, I know. Coming back for your time after time. Maybe I'm losing my mind, but I know I'll never leave you behind, no. Baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. The world is going wild when they call for you, and the river's running dry when it all falls through. Don't you worry about a thing, baby, I got you. Yeah, baby, I got you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's podcast. Hope you are all doing well. Please do hit that thumbs up button and subscribe button, please. Now, I am trying a different method today as we attempt to figure out how we're going to do this with internet that doesn't want us to win. And so I've actually figured out that if I do the podcast in private, without all of you lot streaming in, it actually doesn't play up. So I can actually do the podcast in StreamYard as I usually do, and then just re-upload it as a live. So that's why it looks a little bit different today. The way I did it last time was in iMovie, and it just took way too long. And after that, I was like, oh my freaking gosh, I don't know how I'm going to be able to do this every single day, because it takes a while, guys, to do like recorded in iMovie and upload it. But I think I may have found a solution. Yay! And this just might be it. So we're going to see how this goes. And do let me know when you are listening to it live. FYI, I'm actually going out this evening. So I may not even, when I upload this as a live, I may not even be in the live chat, just to let you know, because I might be out. So mods, as always, I appreciate you, but do be extra vigilant today, because I may not even be in the live. But on to today's podcast. Yes. Camilla and Charlie Camilla and Charlie are having a great time in Kenya, and nobody's enjoying herself more than Camilla. I mean, look at this. She's ecstatic. She's so happy to be around all of these brown people. No, but seriously, I think that the royal tours just need to be done away with. Just please do away with the royal tours already. Before we actually proper get into all of that, I also just want to say thank you so much for all the birthday wishes. I spent the day with me, myself, and I. I went to a couple of nice restaurants, treated myself to a couple of glasses of wine and cocktails, and just had, I think, a day of reflection. This is probably the second day I've ever had my birthday away from friends and family in my whole life. So, and it was quite interesting actually to be at the age that I am, like turning 33. I don't know if any of you like follow numerology at all, but like 33 is like a master number, and being here in Bali and all of the energy here, it's just I feel like I'm meant to be here, and I wanted to really just spend a day reflecting. And but I still thank you so much for all of your birthday messages because I felt really loved. But yeah, that was my birthday day. On to royal news. Oh, and Bali is amazing, by the way. If you're looking for your next holiday destination, it's expensive to get here, but it's cheap when you do. But on to the royal news. David Oyelowo, he has his own organization. This is the actor, British actor. He has his own organization called GEANCO, and it's a non-profit that gives scholarships to young girls and also other, aid and education to young girls as well. So he's had this organization for some time. I believe one of the people that actually gave seed money to this organization was Oprah. And Harry and Meghan have also now stepped in, given a very sizable donation through the Archwell Foundation. And they are also the ones, if you remember, a couple of weeks ago now, they gave backpacks to young Nigerian girls. They had school supplies and also menstrual products. And along with the supplies, they also give the young girls education. One of the things that David says in this Hollywood Reporter feature is that he would be talking to young girls and they would be saying things like, oh, I thought I was dying because I was bleeding, because they don't have a lot of education around menstruation, and also in some cultures it's actually seen as shameful. So it's not just about giving these young girls supplies, it's also educating them and educating the communities around them to create that long lasting impact. What we want to see when it comes to organizations like this, not just showing up and taking your photos or giving people little trinkets. It's also about educating people to create that impact. So great to see that from David, and also that Archwell are taking part in this. In good news over in the UK, Byline Times, they are continuing to expand, and because of everybody's support, they are now looking to reach a new target of 6,000 sales of their print. So you have some shops where the print have sold out completely, other shops where there are still some print copies there. If you see it in the stores, if you haven't bought one for yourself, maybe buy one for a friend or a family. And also UK Squaddies, I believe you can actually order the print overseas. I'll double check, but UK Squaddies, there are other Squaddies in other countries who would also like a copy, so maybe reach out and offer to send them a copy. But congratulations to Byline Times. It would be great to see print make a comeback for an indie paper like this, and it's great. Like, they've gone from these articles that were kind of going semi-viral within kind of like alternative media circles and within like the Squad and the online royal space, to now really being the center of attention with these amazing articles that they've been doing and the investigations that they've been doing, particularly that of Dan Wooten. And there's been no real major updates with the Dan Wooten story. It seems like he's gone away, at least for now. But we know that they are still covering for him. The police have said that they started an investigation, but that seems to have also gone very quiet. There were some rumblings from some people in Parliament that reached out to the Sun newspaper, but that's also gone very quiet. So, it's a waiting game. Sometimes these things can take a very long time, and obviously the orders are coming from the top. We now know to protect him because he's obviously not only has he been doing his own shenanigans, the blackmailing and the catfishing and whatnot, that has also somehow implicated the royals between himself, William, Christiane Jones, and Jason North. There seems to be something going on there. So only time will tell, and I just hope that it comes sooner rather than later for the victims in this case. All right. Over in Montecito, Harry and Meghan were spotted trick-or-treating with their children. I'm not going to show the picture, I've blurred it out on this occasion. But the Derangers were very, very keen on seeing Harry and Meghan's children. They were very keen on seeing two children from two parents who they claimed to be utterly irrelevant, to the point where they were taking public photos that other people had posted and having a rant and saying, oh, look, these people are posting clear photos. Well, that's their right to do that. If they are okay with showing their children, that is their right to do that. Harry and Meghan did not do that on this occasion. So why are you ranting and having a tantrum over the fact that you don't get to see these two children? It's like they're more obsessed with Lilibet and Archie than Harry and Meghan's own fans are. I'm really not, on a day-to-day basis, I'm not really not thinking about, what's going on with Lilibet and Archie. They're kids. They're going to school. They're going to nursery. Like, that's not our concern. So, yeah, I'm just glad that Harry and Meghan get to live in peace with their kids and do normal things like trick-or-treating. I don't think that royal children get to do stuff like this. Especially not with the mayhem and chaos that appears to be going down between Clarence House, Kensington Palace, Buckingham Palace at the moment. Speaking of which, amid tweeting this press release from Royal Communications that after a short-lived Prime Minister Liz Truss stopped him from attending in 2022, Buckingham Palace have confirmed that King Charles will be at COP28 in the UAE, that's the United Arab Emirates, for the opening ceremony at the end of this month at the request of the British government. I take a big issue with organizations and meetings like COP because the people who live closest to the land, who care for the land, who don't care about profiteering from the land, the indigenous people who live sustainably, farmers, the little guy, don't seem to have any platform at these big conferences. They don't seem to have any say, any pulling power at all. And they should, in my opinion, particularly indigenous people, should have the loudest voice. Instead, you've got governments, you've got corporate lobbyists, there's a lot of greenwashing that goes on. So to me, I just see a big meeting where big players are going to meet together and not necessarily do what's in the best interest. And for sure, the environment is something that we need to be talking about, that we need to be very concerned with. But you're not going to tell me that you're serious about it when you've just got big players showing up and the little guy doesn't get any say. But yes, Charles will be going. I believe last time, if I remember correctly, Kate and William went with Jason North. I think I might actually still have that picture. Do I still have it? No, I think I deleted it. But it's that picture where they're toasting with a cup of bugs, and Jason North and William and Kate, they're all just laughing their heads off. Anywho, over in Kenya, this is happening. This is happening over in Kenya. Oh my goodness. As this squaddy said, Charles got exactly what he wanted, a wife who can never outshine him, of course. Diana would never. You know what Diana would be doing? She'd be smiling and having a good time and connecting with people. And Camilla looks absolutely miserable. I have heard a couple of people, even squaddies, say that they feel sorry for Camilla and because she's elderly and she doesn't like traveling and blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry. No, I don't feel sorry for her one darn bit. And let me tell you why. Number one, nobody is forcing these people to do these ridiculous royal tours. They are useless. They are done to continue this illusion of power and empire. They are not based in any kind of equitable diplomacy where we can go and talk about things that would, benefit these countries in any type of way. And one of the things that Charles said in his speech, in his non-apology speech, was, about moving forward and how we can move forward. And you have had decades since the fall of Empire 0.1. I say that because they just remodeled it in the form of the Commonwealth and also tax havens. But you've had since the fall of Empire 0.1 to create equitable relationships, trade deals, all of these things, to have difficult conversations about the past from that time, and you haven't done it. So please don't try to convince me that you're going to try to do it now. And please don't try to convince me that your way of doing it now is by having all these, ridiculous tours and all of this short. I mean, look at this. All very nice and cute for the pictures. Oh, look, a baby elephant, adorable. They are adorable. I've had the pleasure of feeding one myself. What is this actually doing for Kenyans or Africans at all? You want to take these pictures and continue to perpetuate this image? And what impact does it actually create? I can never get a clear answer to that question. And that is my issue with these royal tours. And even after the disaster that was William and Kate's tour, they still didn't learn their lesson. I think they need to just stop the tours, rethink how we continue to have relationships between the United Kingdom and former Commonwealth countries, and Commonwealth countries who I hope will be former Commonwealth countries and stand independently at some point. But yeah, they've been over in Kenya and Camilla's been miserable. The second reason why I don't feel sorry for Camilla here is because the two members of this family who did an incredible job at tours, who smashed every tour they went on, you chased them away. And part of the reason that Harry and Meghan were chased away was because they did such a good job. And it was the same problem with Diana. Every time she went on a tour with Charles, she was the glitz, she was the glamour, she got all the attention. And when Harry and Meghan would go on tours, they bought all the glitz, they bought all the glamour, and all of the press, everybody. I mean, even people who were on the other side of the planet used to wake up early or go to bed late just to keep up with the tours. I remember seeing a tweet from a squaddie who literally said, one of the reasons I'm so glad that Harry and Meghan left was because I don't have to get up early anymore to watch these tours. Because the only reason I paid attention to that family was because of Meghan. Guys, I'm so sorry. Guys, I am so sorry. Like, I wish that you could see what I see right now. There is a trail of ants, like, coming up the wall behind my laptop. Like, Bali is the jungle, and in the jungle, there are bugs. It's either bugs or lizards or geckos. Actually, yesterday, I walked into my villa. There was a frog at the gate. I walked 2 steps, a bat flew out of the tree. I walked some more, and then there was a gecko. And now there's bugs going up the wall in my room. And all I want to do right now is just spray the wall. But I have to continue with the podcast, and I'll spray them afterwards. Anywho, I just wanted to let you know the mayhem and chaos that was going on in my villa. Anywho, yeah. The problem was that you did not like the attention that the other two were getting. You wanted the attention for yourself. So now, here you have the attention, and you're still not happy. You are miserable. You are, look at this face. She can't even hide what she's feeling. So I don't feel sorry for them because this is what they wanted and this is what they asked for. And apparently this is when she was waiting in the car, and Charles went and visited some gardens, and she wasn't too happy, feeling the heat, and even just the body language. I mean, I've also got some video here. Have a look at this. Okay, so the second one had no audio, but you could really see the moment that, the spirits just left Camilla's body. And then you also had this one, the ancestors blowing a little bit of wind at Charles's feet.
Guys, you're gonna have to move around a little. Come on.
In one way or another, the ancestors will always let you know. Omid also tweeted this. This is quite interesting. So they had gone to the baby elephant thing, and then they decided to go somewhere else. And there was a red carpet. And Omid tweeted this. He said, even if this was a choice made by the host, and it probably was, the optics of the king and queen walking on a red carpet to avoid soil at Nairobi National Park are pretty ridiculous and out of touch. A clued up palace aide would have easily asked for it to be removed. He goes on to say, I've been on many royal tours all over the world and seen aides run around requesting last-minute tweaks or changes before royals arrive at engagements, including red carpets, that have been deemed unnecessary. So there is precedent for this. Then somebody else responded by saying, your life is devoid of joy. And then Omid says the one spending their precious free time moaning under my tweets. I mean, at least Omid gets paid for it, right? And it's true. I think the optics are a little bit off. And I think that, given the absolute disaster that was William and Kate's tour, you would think that they would have been extra careful. I think the only thing that kind of saved this is that there are other pictures of, Camilla, like with the elephants and stuff. And you can see that she's walking around in her boots. But yeah, it just clearly shows, and I think Omid is right, that there are a few screws loose in this royal machine. And things aren't running as smoothly as they should. But at least nobody's falling off a bike. Here we have William and Kate making great use of the taxpayers' money, riding around on bikes. I'm not sure what this was for, raising awareness of something, I'm sure. Yeah, there's been a lot of talk about, Catherine in particular, and these. I mean, there's other pictures that I've decided not to show. People making comments about her hair and her clothes, and that's not anything that I like to personally comment on. I will just always say that I am aware that this institution is very cruel and doesn't care about people's health or well-being, and I think that it's disappointing that Kate was not more supportive to Harry and Meghan, and unfortunately now I think that she is going to the same wrath that in many ways she helped to perpetuate against Harry and Meghan. I think is becoming more and more clear is coming back to bite her. But like I also always say, there is always a chance for redemption, and the truth shall set you free. So if Kate, William, anyone can decide to bury their ego and come forth and speak the truth, there is always chance for redemption, I believe. But that means being honest about your own sins, because sooner or later, I think it's just going to come back to bite all of these people. And I think that's the nicest way that I can put what I was trying to say. With that, I will end it here. I have to step out the door, get ready for the evening. I haven't really seen a whole lot of my friends and family, obviously, this year. So there's someone who I know that's actually coming to see me this evening. So I'm super happy about seeing that person, and I don't want to be late. But thank you as always, everyone, for your support while I try and figure all of this out. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe button on your way out. And also do check out the links to help support this channel, help keep it going. Thank you so much for your generosity and donations this week, especially. I'm assuming because it's my birthday week. Some of you all were extraordinarily generous this week. So really, really do appreciate it. And I will see you in the next podcast. Ciao, everyone. Thank you.